Hi, I'm Mercyline Onyango from University, and I'm going to have a presentation on the demand, supply, elasticity, and equilibrium under economics. By the end of the presentation, you should be in a position to explain the meaning of demand, supply, and the variables as well. You should also be in a position to explain the essence of elasticity in the market structure. Understanding elasticity helps businesses and policymakers make decisions about pricing strategies, revenue optimization, and the likely impact of taxes or subsidies. Demand refers to the quantity of a good or service that consumers are willing and able to purchase at various prices during a given period of time. It is influenced by factors such as price, income, tastes and preferences, the price of related goods, and the expectation about future prices. The law of demand states that all else being held constant, as the price of goods or services decrease, the quantity demanded increases, and vice versa. So meaning that as the quantity demanded increases, it means that the prices are low. But when the prices go high, the quantity demanded decreases. Supply refers to the quantity of a good or service that producers are willing and able to offer for sale at various prices during a given period of time. It is influenced by factors such as production cost, technology, government regulation, and expectations about future prices. The law of supply states that all else being held constant, as the price of goods or services increases, the quantity supplied in the market increases, and vice versa. We have different types of elasticities as they are discussed below. Cross elasticity of demand measures how the quantity demanded of one good changes in response to a change in the price of another good. It helps determine whether two goods are substitutes or complements. The formula for calculating cross elasticity of demand is percentage change in quantity demanded of good A all over the percentage change in price of good B. If the cross elasticity is positive, it indicates that the goods are substitutes. This means that an increase in the price of one good leads to an increase in the quantity demanded of the other good. The positive relationship suggests that consumers view the goods as alternatives and they switch to the cheaper option when the price of one increases. If the cross elasticity is negative, it indicates that the goods are complements. This means that an increase in the price of one good leads to a decrease in the quantity demanded of the other good. The negative relationship suggests that goods are consumed together and an increase in the price of one good reduces the demand for the other good. Let's take an example. Suppose we want to determine whether tea and coffee are substitutes or complements. We analyze cross elasticity of demand between coffee, say good A, and tea, say good B. If an increase in the price of tea leads to an increase in quantity demanded of coffee, then the cross elasticity of demand between coffee and tea would be positive, indicating that they are substitutes. This suggests that consumers switch from tea to coffee when the price of tea rises. Conversely, if an increase in the price of tea leads to a decrease in the quantity demanded of coffee, then the cross elasticity of demand between coffee and tea would be negative, indicating that they are complements. This suggests that tea and coffee are often consumed together, and an increase in the price of tea reduces the demand for coffee. Income elasticity. It refers to responsiveness of the quantity demanded of a good or service to a change in income. The formula for calculating income elasticity is income elasticity equals to the percentage change in quantity demanded all over the percentage change in income. If the demand for goods decreases as consumer income increases, it indicates that the goods are inferior. Inferior goods are characterized by negative income elasticity. An example of an inferior good is public transportation for higher income individuals who can afford private transport. As income increases, these individuals may opt to purchase or use private vehicles instead of relying on public transportation, leading to a decrease in demand for public transit services. If the demand for goods increases as consumer income increases, it indicates that the goods are normal. Normal goods are goods for which demand increases as consumer income rises. An example of a normal good is clothing. As consumers' income increase, they tend to spend more on clothing, buying higher quality items, or purchasing more items overall. This illustrates the typical positive relationship between income and demand for normal goods and services. Price elasticity. It measures the responsiveness of quantity demanded to changes in price. It quantifies how much the quantity demanded of a good or service changes in response to a change in its price. The formula for price elasticity of demand is percentage change in quantity demanded all over the percentage change in price. Price elasticity can be classified into three categories. 1. Elastic demand. When the percentage change in quantity demanded is greater than the percentage change in price, this means that demand is highly responsive to change in price. In elastic demand, a small change in price leads to a proportionately larger change in quantity. Number 2, we have inelastic demand. When the percentage change in quantity demanded is less than the percentage change in price, this means that demand is less responsive to change in price. In inelastic demand, a change in price leads to a proportionally smaller change in quantity demanded. And the last case, when the percentage change in quantity demanded is equal to the percentage change in price, this means that demand is perfectly responsive to changes in price. In unitary elasticity, a change in price leads to an exactly proportional change in quantity demanded. Point elasticity. The point elasticity of demand indicates how sensitive the quantity demanded of a good or service is to changes in its price at a specific point on the demand curve. It is calculated as the percentage change in quantity demanded divided by the percentage change in price at that point. If the point elasticity is greater than 1, demand is elastic, meaning a small change in price leads to a proportionately larger change in quantity demanded. On the other hand, if the point elasticity is less than 1, demand is inelastic, meaning a change in price leads to a proportionately smaller change in quantity demanded. If the point elasticity is exactly 1, demand is unielastic, indicating that a change in price results to an equal percentage change in quantity demanded. Arc elasticity. It measures the responsiveness of quantity demanded to a change in price along the demand curve. Specifically, it considers the curvature of the demand curve and how elasticity varies over different price ranges. If arc elasticity is constant over a range of prices, it suggests a linear demand curve where elasticity remains the same regardless of the price. And if arc elasticity varies over different price ranges, it suggests an nonlinear demand curve where elasticity changes as the price changes. And these could indicate that demand becomes more or less elastic as price changes. Understanding arc elasticity helps to better predict consumer behavior and market responses to price changes, allowing businesses and policymakers to make more informed decisions regarding pricing strategies, revenue management, and market interventions.